Good morning, y'all. Good morning, y'all. This is your girl Dolly, and this is the Tea with Dominique. All right. So first, I want to say Happy Saturday. I know the studio looks familiar, doesn't it? Yeah. So I am currently in Miss Bell's studio. Miss Bell Kearney, please excuse me, Miss Bell Kearney studio today, y'all. Um. So today I'm gonna keep it real brief, but I do want to touch on um the whole Lizzo situation. And again, this is the Tea with Dominique brought to you by Good Morning Gwinnett. And with that being said, let's talk about Lizzo. So as a lot of us know, Lizzo is known for being this body positive, right? Body positivity and things like that. And so Lizzo has now is now being sued by three of her dancers, Miss Ariana Davis, Crystal Williams, for sexual harassment and creating a hostile work environment. Now, woo, how she has always said things, in regards to, people not liking, who she is, not because of who she is, but because of her size and things like that. And so this is really, really interesting to see that now, she's being accused of doing these things and treating people certain ways and things like that. Please excuse me, y'all. Listen, this is morning. It's Saturday. I'm a cheer mom, and right after this, I gotta go take Carter to cheer. So please excuse the hair on today, but no more about that. So this is really, really interesting to hear how now she's being accused of these things, right? So let me just give y'all a little bit of background. So some of this stuff I don't even think I could say. But she has been accused, well, and also her dance captain, Charlene Quigley, there she's also being sued as well for sexual, religious, racial harassment, disability discriminations, assault, and false imprisonment. Now it's giving a little bit of R. Kelly at the end. Okay. I don't know, but I'm really ready to see, what the outcome is with this. And Lizzo hasn't said too much about, what's going on. And I'm pretty sure because there is an active lawsuit, she's not gonna say much. Um, so I'm really interested to see how it all pans out. But when we talk about cancel culture, because right now Lizzo is currently getting canceled. She's lost hundreds of thousands of followers on TikTok and hundreds of thousands of followers on Instagram. So I mean, she's really, really getting hit right now. And me personally, I feel like people shouldn't get canceled until they really have the facts. That's how I feel personally. Now, I'm not saying what she is being accused of and is right or anything like that. I feel like everybody should get what they deserve when they do wrong. That's how I feel. But I feel like we shouldn't jump so far as to canceling someone when we don't have all the details. Um, that's my opinion on that. So, um, let me see. Let me give y'all some background on. Whew. Yeah, so we're talking about touching new performers, um, catching adult novelty items, um, and body parts, and eating bananas, and it's looking like it's wild, and they've been they're being touched on and groped and things like that. So this is really, really, really wild. And I just this is how I feel when it comes to people and money. I feel like money makes you more of who you already are. So if these are facts, if this is factual, it's just the fact that now she has money to be the person that she's always been. And it doesn't give anybody the right because they have the money. But I just feel like money just makes you more of who you are. And so if this is true, this is who she's always been. Now, as you know, Lizzo has been dating Mike Wright, and there was some rumors around that in regards to her and Mike splitting up due to all the allegations and things like that. And but Lizzo did come back and squash that rumor that no, it has been a shift in the relationship. However, though, no, they have not broken up. Now, let's stay on that for a little while. How would y'all feel if the person that you were with was being accused of all of these things? Like, what would be your stance? Because I remember when Nicki Minaj's husband was being accused of rape and things like that, and she stood by him. So do you feel like because you are with somebody that even in their wrong, you should still remain? Or should you separate yourself when you know that they're doing something wrong? They have been doing things that are unethical, um, or any type of form of harassment, discrimination. Would you then remove yourself from that person? Like, would that relationship be the end? Because me personally, I don't think I would be okay. Like, even though it may not be towards me, I just have to look at you as a person in general. Like, why would you want to treat somebody in this way when you are always talking about how people talk to you and treat you and discriminate against you and things like that, but in turn you do that to somebody else? Like, I don't really feel like I would want to be around someone that's doing such things to other people. I don't think it's right. So for me personally, I probably, especially if I know it's true, I don't think I would stay around. Like, I would have to break up because it's like, now the cat is out the bag. And once I started to see those things anyway, I probably would have left. I mean, I would have brought it to their attention, like, hey, is this what you doing? Is this how you get down? This is how you treat people? Ah, I don't want to be, I tell anybody, I don't want to be a part of anybody's karma. In no way, shape, or form. If I feel like what you're doing is wrong, I'm going to remove myself because I don't want to be a part of anybody's karma ever. Okay. So, woo. All right. So with that, um, you know, I think it's really sad that so many people are getting canceled. And I feel like, you know, people have the right to do so because sometimes people get ahead of themselves. So I feel like because society is so sensitive in these times, if you say the wrong thing, you're gonna get canceled. So I feel like everybody should just be mindful of what they're doing, what they're saying. And especially when you are in a spotlight like that where everybody can see you, where you've been pushing out this whole, people are fat phobic and they've been racist and blah 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 blah. And then in turn, these are the things that you're doing. Like, we have to understand we are living in a very sensitive time. Okay, you can say the sky is purple and you're gonna get canceled. Just know, just off the strength of that, you're going to get canceled. So you have to be mindful of the things that you're doing, the things that you're saying, because there's always somebody ready to get you. Now, some people feel like these three ladies are just really trying to get their money up. They're feeling away because Lizzo hasn't befriended them like she's befriend other dancers, and so they're trying to hit her where it hurts her career. Now, I don't know how true that is, but I feel like if that's the case, that's evil as well. And if it turns out that they are not being truthful in this matter, I feel like they should also get what they deserve. I mean, that's just how I feel. Because you can't do stuff like that, especially if you're not going to be honest. If you're going to tell the truth, tell the whole truth. That's how I feel. But again, I can't wait to see this all, through and through, and see what happens and what the final verdict is. Um, yeah, so this is a really interesting story, and I don't know. I feel like people shouldn't be canceled right away. I feel like we really need to get the facts first before we just start canceling people. I really do. Um, because some things may not be true, and now you have canceled this person without having all the details. Like, I remember when we were trying to cancel the baby at one point, because he made his statement at one of his performances and he almost got canceled. He almost did it. And when you dealing with the LGBT community, yeah, they gonna cancel you fast. They gonna get you out of here fast. So you just gotta tread lightly with them. But in that, again, we heard him say these things, right? So if he was to get canceled, it's not like the proof wasn't in the pudding. We can see it because he said it during the concert. People were there. You know what I mean? People were recording. So it wasn't like, oh, if he would have gotten canceled, we didn't have the facts. We did. In this particular situation, I don't think we have enough facts like right out the gate to be like, okay, we're gonna cancel Lizzo altogether. Again, if we get it to the point where we have all the facts, yes, she can get canceled because this is unacceptable from anybody. I don't care how much money you have, I don't care how much status you have. This is not right. You don't treat people like this. You definitely don't put them in a hostile environment. You definitely don't harass them in no type of way or discriminate against them or anything like that. And then the imprisonment thing, that's a whole nother story for a whole nother day. But I feel like if this is truly the facts, then yes, I believe she should be canceled. She's very hypocritical if this is true. Because you definitely shouldn't be doing anything like that. And you want to say, you want to be the queen of body positivity, but you doing stuff like that. Like that don't really go together. That don't really go together. So yeah, I really feel like that. And then again with that too, I feel like we have to remember that people are always going to be out to get you. You know what I mean? Like there's whether you're doing good, you're doing bad, people are always out to get you. And again, in this case, I don't really know if Lizzo is actually or she has done these things, her and her captain. I don't know. I wasn't there. I don't know them. But with that being said, like I said, if she did that, then let's cancel her. If she didn't, let's not. Let's make sure we get the facts first before we start canceling people. I'm not gonna say like I'm a huge Lizzo fan. I'm not a fan of too many people. I mean, I listen to things, but I can't really say that I'm like a fan of anybody in this particular time. Like I'm a 90s baby, but I am really like an old soul. So a lot of the people that I like are from the 90s and the 80s and sometimes the 70s and 60s, depending on how old I want to be that day. So it just all depends. But I've heard some of her music and I think it's kind of cool. But not a big fan. But I feel like, even with that, let's be fair. Let's make sure we're being fair. And this is not one of those situations where we're just sitting here making lies and allegations and doing this just to be spiteful, just to be vindictive and hateful and things like that. I just really hope that is not that case. That's not the case here. Because that would really suck. But I am going to say, in the industry, a lot of stuff happens. And I think that's why I kind of shied away from becoming an actress full time. Because I just seen so much and I've heard so much in regards to the industry, and the entertainment industry is a monster. It's a beast, and you really have to be prepared for that. And I really truly feel like some people really do kind of like, sell their souls to be a part, whether that is a dancer, whether that is a background singer, whether that is, whoever. I feel like to a certain extent, I feel like a lot of people do sell their souls. But I feel like, everybody should be treated fairly. I've never heard any allegations from, Beyonce and, her dance team or anybody else for that matter outside of R. Kelly. Outside of R. Kelly and his folks. But, I never hear anything about them. And I don't know, maybe it's because the level of money, we just, it's hushed. But I don't know what it is. I don't know. And I'm sure everybody wants to be a friend of B's for sure. And shout out to B. She took over Atlanta this weekend, y'all. I'm sure y'all enjoyed the show. I saw some of the clips. Again, I'm not a fan. I think she has great performance skills and things like that. I don't know. I'm just really not like a fan of anybody. I like stuff. That's as far as it goes for me. But I heard that she showed up and showed out. So shout out to B and the Beehive and everybody that went to the concert, and it was beautiful. Everybody was dressed nice. I mean, them outfits were some of them outfits were to die for. So that is exciting. Like I love to see hot fashion. Like, seeing everybody posting on Instagram and Facebook, they were looking great. So that's really exciting to see. But yeah, so I just feel like, and I'm just gonna give y'all a piece of advice, and I'm gonna end it here for today because my little one is up. And we about to get it wrapped up today. So yeah, let me give y'all a little word of advice though. If y'all want to get into the industry, make sure y'all have good good ethics, okay? Make sure you are treating people how you want to be treated. Don't do it because you feel like you can, because you have the money to do so, to treat people any kind of way. But you have good intentions and you're treating people nice, because you got to understand karma comes. It may not come today, it may not come tomorrow, it'll come unexpectedly. So with that being said, I am I'm really ready to hear how this unfolds, and hopefully I'll have an update with y'all. But again, y'all enjoy. Y'all have a happy Saturday. And let me get my little cheer mom stuff together and get my little cheerleader prepared. Shout out to Storm Cheerleading. Love, 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 love them. I can't wait to go to competition starting in November. So if you are in the Gwinnett area, or not, if you are just in close proximity where you're able to bring your child, your daughter to cheer camp, please sign them up. I feel like this is a great opportunity for bonding, for teaching them flexibility, discipline, and things like that, how to work together as a team. So again, shout out to Storm Cheerleading, and y'all have a happy Saturday. Bye, y'all.